Richard Lee. He's the manager, general manager, and so he came in today to talk a little bit about his life and music. So we're going to have a nice half hour of chatting with him and seeing some video presentation of his band too. Thank you, Richard, for coming in. Thank you for being around this holiday weekend. Most everybody else is taken off, so thanks a lot for taking some time this afternoon to come in.
Very welcome.
Are you taking the rest of the weekend off?
No, I'm working.
You're working?
Terra Blues needs me. I'll be there.
I'm going to be there tonight. Yes,
Great.
yeah. One of my favorite artists, Michael Powers, is on Friday night, so I always liked going in there. Yeah.
The Frequency is coming tonight. Come check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So tell us, I know you from Terra Blues. So you're a guest trumpet player for Michael Powers' band, or is it something that you step in?
I just play when I feel like it. Everybody there is happy to have me. I love them, they love me. You know, I work with them. Me and Michael put out an album over 10 years ago in 1997. I work with Saron Crenshaw, who plays there, and Clarence Spady. I work with most of the guys that actually play at Terra Blues outside of Terra.
So not only do you have management responsibilities, you are also a musician, because a lot of musicians don't like management. Yeah,
I guess so. They always like to separate us, but there's no excuse. They can't get around the fact that I am a musician and a band leader, and they have to. I respect them, and they have to respect me, and I'm a professional musician. I expect them all to be as well.
That's great, yeah. And you've been at Terra Blues for many years?
I have been managing since 1995.
Wow.
I've been playing there since 1990.
Oh, my.
So, yes, it's a family. I've been there, home forever there.
Yeah, I've gone to a few of the anniversary parties there, so it's a nice place, great place to go on Friday. That's my favorite time, Friday nights. 10:30 show till 3:30.
Yeah, we keep going. They play hard, long and hard. It's like coming into my living room, and I hope you feel at home there. Yeah. That's what I want you to feel.
There's a lot of regular. I'm sorry.
Love and home. That's what you should feel.
And there's a lot of regular musicians there. Like I know Michael Powers is on Monday and Friday nights, and so you have a regular house, or do you have different guests that come in?
We have a bunch of regular acts that play there through the week. Michael Powers, Saron Crenshaw, Junior Mack, Bill Sims Jr. And these musicians that are local are some of the best musicians in the world. We happen to be lucky here in New York that we do have this kind of quality. The national acts come, there are some amazing people, Lucky Peterson, Melvin Taylor, but most of them can't even compare to the New York artists. So really, the New York artists that we have regular.
And you're locally born too, right?
Born and raised in Brooklyn, Canarsie.
Yeah.
Like Aunt Thelma from the Honeymoonies.
And you've been in music your whole life?
Since I'm 14, I've been professionally playing, and yeah, I am music. That's what they say on my biography. Music is my life, and my life is music. And I live it. It is.
And what made you decide to select the trumpet?
Forced into it.
Oh, really?
In junior high school. Oh, it was terrible. I cried.
Because I would think it would go. You have to hold your hands up, and you got to blow. You sing too, right?
Yeah, so back row. Don't get me out there singing in the front. It's not pretty. You know, I do sing actually in a heavy metal band.
Do you?
I do, called Anti-Life. And we're having a show come up too in Sullivan Hall on the 27th of September. Heavy metal, and playing trumpet and wearing a ski mask. It's art. It's art. You know, I can play at the Blue Note. I played at the Blue Note with people like McCoy Tyner and the Masters of Groove with Bernard Purdy and Reuben Wilson. And then I can go put on a ski mask and a big light on my head and lasers on my trumpet and go play in a heavy metal band. It's amazing. I love it.
That's so great because I'm an accountant, so we kind of go through a straight road, and so it's fun though being around.
Like you. You're an accountant, and now you're on TV doing a show. It's two different art and work. You know, you mix it up. It's great.
And I love the music scene here in New York City, and it's great to see all the musicians through their lives, their careers. People that are just starting out. and bringing them into the show, maybe sometimes for the first time on television. So it's been a lot of fun for me.
That's awesome.
So tell us about you. You're a professional trumpet player, and you've toured all around the world. That's really impressive. And how did you get started in something like that?
My first tour was with a group called Milo Z, New York's
Oh,
premier
okay,
funk
sure.
group. You know Milo? Milo? I love Milo. Great leader, great friend. First gig was in Greece, and we just had a wonderful time. We blew them away there. They kept having us back. And then we ended up in Germany. We went with Dinosaur Mike Campbell, wonderful guitar player, also band leader. And Germany and the Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, and Amsterdam, Norway. I love Norway.
I was just going to ask, what's your favorite place, you know?
Norway, it was funny. We were playing this big place, and we were standing outside. It was in the afternoon, and all of a sudden a bunch of people, guys and girls, started running up to me, like, you know, the band. And they're like,
Groupies?
You in the band? Yeah. We just stepped off the plane into Norway. And all of a sudden, I got all these groupies. Well, don't look at me now, because this is going back to 1995. But they thought I was the lead singer for In Excess. And it took me a while to figure this out. But we were the band, and it was great. It was great. My first tour, and I was like signing autographs as the lead singer for In Excess. I don't even know them, but I guess my wavy long hair at the time set them off.
That's a great story. That's a great story. I understand that you've also performed with Tom Jones.
Tom Jones loves Terror Blues. I haven't seen him in a little while, but he used to come in for the late Mo Holmes. And I'm not sure. Do you remember Mo? You didn't get to know. If anyway, Mo Holmes was an amazing singer. He taught Milo Z how to sing. Milo Z will credit him with that. I could say that on TV, that he taught a lot of people. In fact, the music you're going to hear today, the girl singing, my girl Tanya, he taught her too. We do a tribute on this show. It's on the CD, and she actually copies Mo Holmes amazingly. But Tom Jones used to come into Terror Blues to see Mo Holmes as well, and he came to learn from Mo the blues and the phrasing. And Tom would come up, and the club would have 10 people in it. And the guy, you know, we have a little guy that works downstairs. He would run around the block. Tom Jones is singing. Packed.
I love
5 minutes. 5 minutes. Whole club would be packed. And and Tom would get up there, and he really has an amazing voice. Amazing. Let me tell you,
I've been a fan of his since I'm a kid.
He's for real. He doesn't need a microphone. He can blow the walls down.
Yeah, I saw him in a concert here in New York City maybe 5 or 8 years ago. It was it was real fun.
Yeah.
The panties that the women throw at him were the big briefs. No, they weren't the little skimpy ones that I saw when I was growing up. Who are some of your favorite players, musicians that you've worked with or admire, or who've influenced you?
The one that pops up first is getting on stage with McCoy Tyner, the famous jazz piano player. Played with John Coltrane and Grant's father. That's how I was introduced to him, through Grant. And I got to play with him and the trio, Aaron Scott, and I forgot the bass player's name. Sorry. But I was nervous. Oh my God, this is my idol growing up, you know. And
how old would you be around that time that you're talking about when you first started working with him?
When I played with him, that was in in the 80s. I'd say like 85, 86, beginning of when I just met Grant. And I met McCoy in the clubs, and that's about as much as I'm going to say.
The clubs back in the 80s,
yeah. The clubs in the 80s, and I used to run, and those were good days. And McCoy, Buddy Miles, late Buddy Miles, was also, he was such a good drummer, and he was such a sweet man. He was sweet. Him and Michael got together. In fact, we have a video. He's on in that little CD, You Can't Get Anywhere with Me and Michael. We did put one song with Buddy Miles on it as well. And Buddy gave us permission, and that was really kind of him, you know.
Let's talk about your music, right? So you're a band leader. You have your own band. And what's the name of it?
Stop Irrational Logic. And
Stop Irrational Logic.
They call that's it. They call my music New York Vibe. They had to put it in something, and it doesn't fit into jazz. It doesn't fit in R&B. It's kind of a jam band, but it doesn't fit. So, and I've been doing this music since 2000. I was a straight ahead jazz guy, bebop. I was going jazz, 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 jazz. And then I wanted to reach more of an audience. I started to not like jazz musicians.
Kind of into their own
like
head,
kind of like this in a bubble. I know I'm on TV. They're like this, play, don't look at me, you know.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry guys, but to me, it's self-fulfilling, and I want to make a connection. My music, I'm connected to people. My beliefs is that we're all one. We're all connected. Everything is connected if you go beyond this physical world that we live in. I can't get around my belief system. So then my music and the vibrations that are coming out is all connected. I want to touch people. I want to create a healing in people with the vibration from my music. Call me crazy, whatever you want, but this is what my music is about. It's about healing and being connected. I want to touch people. Jazz is the exact opposite. So how do we put the two together? You know, I changed my music, and people hear my music. You can see it on their faces in the audience. They love. They don't know what to do with themselves because it's something different. It's reaching them in a different place, but they don't know where to put me. I can't go on a jazz festival. There's no New York Vibe Festival.
Well, I think it's a great idea to start one.
I'm going to start the New York Vibe Festival.
There you go. That's your great. And we're hearing a lot about your music, and so I'm going to ask Josiane in the control room if she could roll in some footage from Richard's band. He was at the bitter end, I believe.
That's a live show at the bitter end. I just want to say that's Tanya Michelle Smith on the vocals. We have Masaharu Shimizu on guitar. You have Joe Berger on guitar. You have Pete Levin from the Blind Boys of Alabama on the keyboards. Bill Foster, best bass player in the world. I love you. Papagayo on drums. Adrian Harper on drums. And Doug Hendricks on percussion. I think that's enough to start. If I missed anybody, enjoy the music. All right. I didn't get to mention that we wrote this.
It feels right. Oh, when I'm so scared, so I say I'm gonna take you on. I know that I'm manifesting light tonight.
Wow, wasn't that great? That's a way to get us into the holiday weekend.
Great, I hope you like that.
Yeah, it's really up in New York vibe jazz.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Well, I was too. I recognize a lot of the artists in that.
Yeah,
you had one of my favorite drummers there. What about some of the other artists you were mentioning? Who they are? Can you tell us? Is that your regular band?
That is my band. By the way, that was Carson Reiners on the dance as well.
Okay.
We forgot to mention her, and I like to use dancers in my show. It's a whole expression.
Yes.
And what a lot of people don't know, what you don't know, is that show we taped for an album and for the DVD. At the time we were performing, I didn't know if that was going to be my last show playing the trumpet ever.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks after that, I went in for 4 surgeries, actually 1 surgery, and over the next 2.5 years, I've had to have 4 surgeries.
Oh, my.
On my face and stuff.
Oh, wow. So.
And really, I was already, there was, I was missing a tooth, my front tooth in that show. And we didn't know if I was ever going to play again.
Wow.
And
but you're back.
Here I am.
You're back and you're playing.
I'm ready. And we're going to do another project like that. We're going to do that. That's 2 years ago. We're going to do the CD release party. In the next coming months, I'm going to go back to the bitter and I want to go back to my roots. I'm going to put the band back out there, and I'm so looking forward to doing a show. It's been that long.
Too long. And who are the other members in the band?
All right, that's on guitar solo. That was Masahara Shimizu. Tanya Michelle Smith on the vocals. She's amazing. I love her. We created that music. That's original music, by the way. I wrote the music, and then how the lyrics get born with my music is that I'll go to Tanya and I'll either give her a verse. I'll say, manifesting light. And when I see the sun in your eyes, and then she'll go with it.
Oh, interesting.
And she'll put words together and we'll record it. And there'll be a lot of blank spots or mumbles, you know, like on my first CD before this one, we did the same song, but you can't make out the words. And then I went back and I filled in the blanks. Then we come back and we have the full song. So we create the music with the spirit and the people around. The song doesn't sound the same the next time we play it.
Interesting.
The musicians, if I change a musician in there, it will bring a different vibe again to the music, because it's the people who are there that create the music through their soul. I make everybody put their soul in. I won't allow them to just play.
Who else was in your band? You have two drummers, double drummers. I love double drummers.
Papagayo.
Yeah.
Guy Fabrao. That's Adrian Harpin on the other drums. We traveled as well with Irving Lewis Latin to Serbia and Bulgaria. That's where I picked him up on that from that tour. Doug Henricks on the percussion, amazing percussionist. Pete Levin on the keyboards. That Joe Berger, you didn't see him.
Yeah,
you know Joe.
Yes, I do. And I was looking at the show video, and I really wanted Joe, part of it.
Yeah, I wish. We did Whipping Post at that show with Junior Mac. And you've heard that is amazing. My musician friends call me up. I've listened to that 30 times. 30 times.
It was wonderful, the piece that we just saw. How do people reach you? If they wanted to get this DVD or video, how do they reach you?
You can reach me at stopairrationallogic.com. You'll get an email there. The email, you contact me through their website. I'm on Reverb Nation. /Irrational Logic as well. There's the videos and music there. I believe you can download this before it's even up for sale. So you can download this tune as well as many other ones on the album that'll be coming out. It's called Crossing Universes, and I came to that title because I kept seeing myself right before I did this show sitting at Terra Blues, looking out the window and seeing my homeless, toothless self with a cup across the street. And I really felt connected to that homeless, toothless beggar me with no teeth and not being able to play, sitting on the street, not being able to make a dime. And
but you came back,
It didn't happen.
Good.
Almost. Here in this universe, I'm very happy. So we crossed from there to here, and I'm very happy to be here with you.
Well, I hope many more years to have your music with us. And I'm going to be looking for a New York Vibe Jazz Festival.
Oh, awesome.
Something. I think that's a great, And Terra Blues, we just might be working with you, too.
That's awesome. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, they're mostly blues, though.
Terra Blues is the premier blues club in the city. We make it. It's not like the Peanuts on the floor kind of bar
it's
brawl.
very wonderful. Great. I love going there.
I kind of like to think of it as a little bit like the Blue Note, except without all the stuffiness, you know, and pretension. We don't. It's just home. Come sit in the living room, listen to some great music. Feel great. You need anything, I'm here to take care of you. My staff is here to take care of you. The musicians are here to take care of you.
Yeah, no, I can really sense the family that's there. And we both are going to be at Terra Blues tonight. So check us out. If you're looking for Richard's music, you can always catch him there because you're there, Tuesday through Sunday?
Actually, the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday right now. Yeah, I'll pop in every now and then. But I'm there, and whoever's playing, I'll generally play, and everybody always comes to me, are you going to play tonight?
Well, it's fun to watch you.
And, they say I bring a light. I shine. So I'm hoping that's what I do. I want to shine. I want to spread love and light to everybody. That's what my life is.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for the music. I just, it's always like, it's nice to know the people behind the scenes, you know, and what's really going on in their lives, you know. And
sometimes you never know.
Yeah, until you get them on Ginger New York TV show.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Have a great Labor Day weekend. We'll see you next week. We're going to be running a tape show, but keep joining in. We got a lot of great and exciting guests that are on the horizon.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Cheers. Cheers.
It's a coffee with ginger.
Ow.
French vanilla. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful interview.
It's good.
I really enjoyed the music too.
Excellent. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, you gonna come back again?
Anytime you want me to.